Hi, everybody. How are you? I want to say thank you to all the people that came out to my tarot live. We did some foodie beauty tarot and gossip and discussion, and it was a fun time, as it always is. And you can see who's behind me. Booger. Hi, Booger. There's the Booger. Hi. There's the baby. There's the baby. You want to come here? Want to say hi to everybody? It hurts my shoulder. There she is. There's the baby. So, how are you guys doing? I just finished up with doing some housework, which took me all of 10 minutes because, unlike Chantal, I'm a good housekeeper and maintenance is key. So, Chantal's doing a live right now. She's not even done. It's been going on for quite a while. It's over 2 hours long. I've got things that I need to do this evening, so I cannot wait. You want to curl up? Here we go. Oh, excuse me for a second. Cat break. So I've got things that I need to do this evening, as well as take a nap before work. And I don't know when Chantal is going to be done exactly. Uh, After she's done, considering the length of the live, it might take a little bit of time for the chat portion of her live to show up with her video. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started now and start reacting to it. So if the chat portion doesn't match, that's why. What else was I going to say? Yeah, she did a cooking video today that looked like trash to me. I don't think I'm going to touch it. I think she also did a mukbang. I'm not going to touch that either. Uh, for those of you that you like to listen in to the react videos, this one's going to be a bit of a long one because, as I mentioned, her live has been going on for quite a while. Although the front portion of the live is where all the good stuff is. I had Chantal playing in the background while I was playing Stardew Valley, just checking out the live to see if it was worth reacting to. And to give you a brief summary of what's being said, she sounds kind of on the depressed side. I'm not sure if her mood is real or if it's just for sympathy and super chats, but she talks about not having a lot of energy, that her health is bad, so forth and so on. So I want to give my thoughts on that with your Booker. Yes, the Booker kitty. And I'd like to hold you and pet you for a while, but I got stuff to do. So why do cats always act cute when they know you've got work to do? Look at this. Look at the chin rubbies. Chin rubbies. Like chin rubbies. Like that? I gotta let you down. I got stuff to do. What? All right. So I'm going to put her down for a minute because I need to get a hold of my keyboard. So again, for those of you that like the longer reacts, this is going to be right up your alley. But I don't know how much of this I'm going to cover. When it starts to get boring, I'll just skip ahead. But the front portion is what I'm the most interested in. So before we get into that, let's get into this stuff on Twitter. Let me just make sure that I am where I need to be. I am good. I'm so prepared for class today. Okay. So there we are on Twitter. And for anyone who wants to join me on Twitter, it's Well Girl Sarah. I did hear from some of you in my chat that YouTube has been slacking with sending out the notifications. Little helpful hint that might help. If you unsubscribe and then resubscribe and then hit the notification bell, sometimes that might fix it. Or if you want to join me on Twitter, whenever I do a live or a video, I post it there first. So if YouTube isn't doing their job, Twitter does its job. So let's start here with the first tweet, courtesy of Failure to Lunch. Failure to Lunch says, okay, let me get this straight. Your husband makes loads of money, so you don't have to create YouTube videos, but you still choose to do it, knowing that mukbang content is making your health worse, to the point that you are now morbidly obese and can barely walk. Right. Like Salah is making enough money that he can support himself and Chantal. Even if Salah were working 3 jobs, there's no possible way that that poor man could work enough to support her food bill just by itself. She has confessed to us in the past that she spent $4,000 a month on food. He'd have to work 6 jobs just to be able to support her and him too. The Angry Scott says Foodie Beauty, as a 40-year-old woman, thinks she's Martha Stewart because she cleaned her kitchen. See, she got herself a chair in the kitchen as well. So this is from the kitchen live that she did, the cooking live. So let's watch.
Um, I just cleaned everything myself. I cleaned the oven, the stove, my appliances, air fryer, all the dishes are done, the pots, the floor is washed. And I'm, a chicken. I have a roast chicken in the oven, and I'm going to be making um, some. And I'll show you. I'll show you how.
You know, you can always tell when you're looking at someone that they are doing something not the norm when they finally do it and they're expecting what, a gold star for doing things that we normal people do without expecting reward. When it's so out of a person's norm that it's special for them, they want praise, they want pats on the back, they want an ass clap. They do, they want rewards. Foodie is so not about that life of cleaning that she wants to be rewarded in some fashion. Look at me, everybody. I cleaned. I cleaned my kitchen and I washed my dishes. Foodie, I just cleaned. I cleaned my entire house within 10 minutes. Didn't take me long because I keep a clean house. I don't like a filthy house. I washed my dishes. I took out some trash. Does that mean I get a gold star too? Just you don't know how you sound by bragging about doing the simple things that the rest of us do on a daily basis and just don't think anything of it. Okay, so let's move on to Chantal's untied apron strings, saying it creeps me out how Chantal will wake up and decide to put on a different voice and personality for the day. Like, girl, who the F is this? Yeah, let's watch.
I know some people, have to juggle working full time, have to juggle like two and a half kids, and
What? People have to juggle 2.5 kids. How exactly do you have half a kid? How do you have half a child? I didn't think that was possible.
still maintain their home and feed their family. And honestly, if you're one of those people, pat yourself on the back because that is very difficult for a lot of people. And I'm
Foodie, by you talking like this, honestly, ma'am, do you hear yourself? You're talking about how other people have to struggle to get everything done, to maintain everything. At the same time, you are a person that you are a full grown adult. You don't have to take care of children. You don't have a lot of responsibilities. You don't have a 9 to 5 job that you have to punch in and clock out. And then you're on a highway coming back from work. You got none of that. What do? You're on YouTube and you make very short videos, which are trash, which don't take any time at all. And then the rest of the time, you can do whatever you want. If you know about the real side of life and you see how the other half lives, the struggles, the hardship, the balancing act of time and economy and paycheck to paycheck and all that stuff, then you should count your blessings and say to yourself, I am blessed because where other people have to work so doggone hard, I have it easy. I should count my blessings because I have quite a few, and I should treasure them and take care of myself versus acting like an entitled, ungrateful brat. But you don't. Because, in my opinion, you've been on YouTube too long. You've had it too easy for too long. You've forgotten what real life is like. But if something happens to your channel, you're going to be in big trouble.
I'm one of those people. I couldn't even imagine if I know some people,
Yeah, you can't even imagine what it's like to live as most people do on a paycheck and try to stretch it out as long as you can and count your pennies. You can't imagine. But isn't it something, Chantal, that those people who might be living paycheck to paycheck, they're far healthier than you and you've got more money. It seems like the more money you make, the more damage you do to yourself. You're taking this cup of blessing and turning it into a cup of poison. You just by turning it into excess of things that you really don't need to consume. Florida Salt and Sass, by the way, thank you for coming by, Florida Salt and Sass. I appreciate it. Florida Salt and Sass says, Foodie Beauty, your rent a husband is still a grapey nut blanker that loves. Yes, yes, that is absolutely true. 100% true. Okay, so now we're going to get into her live. And as I pre warned, it's a bit of a long one. I don't know how much of this I'm going to cover. It depends on how interesting things are. If she starts to get boring, if she starts talking about food, I'll just fast forward it. I am not here for the food talk. I could care less, but I'm here for the conversation. I'm here for the discussion points, and that's pretty much it. So let's get into it. Let's see what Chantal has to say. Okay, let's go.
Yael, messy girl. Thank you for loving my videos. Amelia, fantastic. Brain rot. Mistress, Mila. I was gonna play Phasmophobia, but I'm so tired. 90s baby for life. Alex Grayson. I hope you enjoy it if you do replicate it. Sorry I don't have measurements. Hissy Fits, you did make it. Tangerine. I'm glad you liked my videos. Messy. Mike is a dumbass. No, you're not. What else did I say? Bailey Brooke, and then, hi, Ghostface. How come you have no face? Lucifer. Sorry about that, guys. Zach Zeller. Who did I miss? YouTube Lover, the classic YouTube channel.
And by the way, I was listening to her live, and she revealed later in the live that's like it's like 1 in the morning. So she's up around midnight her time doing this stream, and she's starting out the stream telling her viewers, "I'm tired." Oh, that's going to make for a great live. You're starting out the live tired. You're bringing that tired energy with you, and you're all kinds of dumpy frumpy in the way of your words during this live. So how is that? Why do a live if you feel this way? If you're tired, why not go to bed? Why not wait until you've got more energy and you can focus and you can really talk to people to do the live? Why do it now?
Hi, Robin. Getting better, but still positive. Wow. Yikes. Walaikum salam. Salam alaikum. Ima in. Hello. You can call me Chantal Haley. You can't ask people why they don't have a face. Why?
Oh, it was also revealed somewhere in this live. Somebody in her chat told her that they were having a lot of trouble like getting notifications because of the name change. So again, whoever got the Foodie Bee handle, well done. Well done. Applause. Applause all day long for that.
Oh my gosh, you guys. I
And you guys can see right now, her live is still ongoing. So, an almost 100K channel, look at the amount of people watching Chantal 225. That's really, really low. And she knows that when she does these lives and she doesn't show herself, the numbers are going to be low, but yet she insists on doing this.
This is gonna be a disaster stream because I'm so tired.
Then log off and go get some rest.
I'm trying to have like coffee, but I think I'm the only person who can drink coffee at like midnight and still go to bed for like 12 hours. Hi, Neve. Is it Neve or Niev? From Spain. Wow.
So here's the rumor that's been going around, the feeling that's been going around. The feeling is Chantal wants to bring Salah back on camera. He's in the chat. You can see he's modding, although he didn't have his mod wrench for half a second. I don't know why she took it away, but the feeling is she's trying to bring him back. I don't know if he wants to come back, because if he does come back, he's going to face a bunch of jokes and comments that he doesn't want to deal with. But she's really, I think she's trying to gear him up to bring him back.
Wow, nice. Hello. You like my camel video, Robin? The camels are so cute. Am I okay? I don't know. I'm so exhausted.
From what? What'd you do? You didn't do anything.
Go to sleep. Yeah, I know, Shannon, but I'm trying to, I want us to do a live. You got braces? Do you have headgear, or is it just like, what are braces like these days? Remember that Shelly from from South Park? Stan, why are you laughing at my headgear?
Just a thought floating around in my head, and I'm going to go ahead and share it. I'm wondering if she's doing this live to kind of coerce Salah to be in the chat modding so that she can keep an eye on him, just to have some contact with him. Just a thought.
Uh, no, Messy. I have not been up to date on anything in Google. What's going on? Hi, Carolina. Any tea? I'm having coffee, no tea. Take energy. It doesn't work. It doesn't work for me. The only thing that works is like the Unimate works like all day, and then I'm like,
You see what she's doing here? She's like, I'm not keeping track with everything on Girl World. She acts like she doesn't know when she does. But she's going to her chat saying, what's the tea? Because she's looking for something to talk about versus doing a live and having things to talk about, like having some kind of subject matter, always looking towards her subs to direct the conversation so she's got something to talk about so she can make some Google AdSense money.
super tired right now. You know what it is? I'm just not that healthy. I think that's the problem.
I know it's the problem.
Had my husband hook up to dialysis treatment. I was laughing. Oh no, I hope your husband's okay, Robin. You were laughing at the camels? I did a lot of housework today. My girlfriend drinks a cup of coffee before bed every night. I'd be up for hours. I know. I know people who, even if they drink soda, they're up for hours. Stan. Hi, EC.
And it makes me wonder, is she doing this housework for her, or is she doing it to impress Salah? Because maybe he's coming back around again. And she knows that he doesn't like a messy house. So is that the reason why she's coming on live when she does show herself with her makeup on? Is that the reason why she's doing the housework, just trying to prove, yeah, I could be a good housewife? It takes more than doing housework to be a good housewife, Chantal. Just doing housework every once in a great while. Okay? Takes a lot more than that to be a good wife. You shouldn't just do simple things and expect great amounts of praise or reward. You should just do it because it needs to get done. And if you don't do it, you're going to live in a sloppy, disgusting mess, which is something you've done in the past and you might be doing again. We don't know. But she's making a point to say, I did a lot of housework today. Well, good for you. I just did housework. And that's what you do when you're an adult. You keep a clean house.
Issa P. Hello. It's Invisalign now. Okay. Oh, that's nice, messy girl. Good. Hello, Caroline. My son had headgear at night. It's a lot different than the old days. Yeah. things have changed, I'm sure. I don't have a perfume business. Oh, really, Emma? In. I guess I'm just boring now. He hollered to ask what I was laughing at so hard. What made you laugh? Well, I'm glad it made you smile. My husband as well. At least my picture is hijab. Yeah, that's
I'm getting a picture in my head. Maybe the reason why Chantal keeps her face off camera, I'm just getting a picture in my head of her laying in bed and talking. And she doesn't want to show people that she's laying in bed and talking. She just wants to be lazy and in bed. And so this is the way she does it.
true, Ghostface. 16 candles. Did he? He was in 16 candles? Sometimes ECP, but mostly me. But he helps sometimes if I really need it. Jilly Jill, hello. What's the tea? Uh, I have no tea, so if you guys have tea. Play Phasmophobia. I'm so tired. I was gonna play Mila. I don't know. Maybe I can. But I'm kind of tired. What are you doing for President's Day? Big nothing, Jenna. What are you doing? Oh, Joan Cusack. Wait. Are you meaning to tell me that John Cusack's sister is Joan Cusack? Vanessa, hello with the emojis. It was so sweet and funny. One of my favorites. Thanks, Robin. The camels are so.
So I've heard that maybe she just said it and I missed it. Like I've seen on Twitter, like Chantal was saying she had a Chinese roommate named Long Duck Dong. And I know that name because I grew up in the 80s. There was a movie called 16 Candles, and there was a character named Long Duck Dong. So, did you get that from the movie, Chantal?
Oh, so cute. What are you going to talk about? You know what? Probably nothing. I'm just going to complain about how tired I am. Just talk to you guys. Yeah, Canadians don't celebrate President's Day. And even if I wasn't Canadian, I probably wouldn't. No, Messy, I can't. Sorry. 60 days where they lock people up in jail to see how they survive it. Oh, yikes, Sophia. Story about Dong, the foreign exchange. I have told that story so many times about Dong. Oh my gosh.
So, I guess this is the part where she's saying she had a roommate named Long Duck Dong. You got that from a movie, Chantal. A movie, a well-known movie. It's a great movie. You got that from a movie. Why would you use that name knowing anybody could Google that name and find 16 candles?
I didn't like Dong because this guy would wake up. I was like sleeping on my friend's couch because I was kicked out of my house. And he wasn't he wasn't a foreign exchange student. He was like a grown man with a family. And oh, you did 9 days in jail? Yeah, I'm smoking a vape. So I don't know. My friend's mom needed like some extra cash. So she decided to like house a foreign like an exchange guy. I don't think he realized what he was getting into living with her. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be mean, but like
Okay, this is straight up her line. It's a lot of this is taken from the movie. A lot of this. So we're just going to go ahead.
he was a really nice guy. He was really stoic because no matter what was going on in that house, there was a lot of like yelling and
This is also from the movie. Chantal, you are almost verbatim talking about 16 Candles.
Chaos. Lynn, I would say if you're, I don't know, making an income from YouTube is not quick, easy money.
No, it
It's
ain't.
really tough. So if you're looking for something like, I think people are surprised by like how much work you have to put into it. I don't know. I got lucky, so.
Yeah, you did.
But as long as you're willing to put a lot of work into it and have kind of thick skin, because people with who don't have thick skin end up just like running away from the platform.
You know, it's such a shame to me. She's been on YouTube for what, 7, 8 years? She's had her channel for that long, and she built it up and she built it up and she built it up to do what exactly? All that time building up her channel, doing all the content, coming up with all the different story arcs and ideas and drama, and trying to figure out ways to offend people, to tick people off, to give her attention. All of that effort, all of that thought going into her channel for what purpose at the end? Just to throw it all away? To say, I don't care? I don't care about my content. I don't care about my audience. I'm just going to do trash content because I can. I'm not going to bother to entertain people or at least take a nap or sleep. And that way I could do a live chat and I have energy. Like, what's it all for, Chantal? This push to get to 100K, what's it all for? If the channel really no longer matters to you, you used to have a passion for your channel, at least a little bit, if for no other reason for the money and the attention. Now the attitude that you're giving off is, I don't care. You're burnt out. And if you had put your head on straight ages ago, during this burnt out period where you don't have any ideas, you could just take a break. Just go take a vacation or go take a leave of absence and go take care of yourself and come back refreshed and give your audience something to look forward to. But you're in such a rut due to your own mistakes, you can't take a break. So you're just trudging ahead, burnt out, no ideas, no creativity, no passion, no fire. And it shows. All of it shows.
Um, you know what I mean? Maybe try doing like a channel where you don't have to show yourself, like some kind of true crime or something like that. There's some channels that have millions of subscribers and all they show is their hands. Like, I'm so jealous. But no, I like showing myself, I don't mind. Thumbs up. Thanks, Golden Girl. Hi, Cobb. Hey, Bethany. Why do people care if Salah works or not? Maybe he has enough money from his businesses. Yeah, I mean, I don't go around asking people how they earn a living. I don't give a crap. Let me see that.
You know what, Chantal? The question you should be asking yourself right now is, if you have a serious medical incident or event where you're in the hospital, racking up those hospital bills, needing serious medical care and treatment, or even if you're bedbound, who's going to take care of you? Your family's not there. They're not going to take care of you. They're thousands of miles away. Do you honestly think that Salah is going to take care of you if something happens to you? Because I don't think he will. Even if he wanted to, being a 24/7 caretaker it's a hard job, especially when it comes to a super morbidly obese patient like yourself. I mean, it takes more than just one person to move somebody around in bed of that size, to put their clothes on, to help them to the bathroom, to bathe them in bed. You got to check for bed sores and skin infections because that's a thing too. You're a diabetic. If you get a skin infection, some kind of tear in the skin, it can quickly become infected or septic. You're going to need round the clock care. You're going to need people that know what they're doing, that know what to look for, that can care for you. And that can be pretty pricey. So you should be asking yourself if you reach that point where you are absolutely bedbound and you cannot get out of bed anymore, who's going to be there to take care of you? And do you have the money for the medical care to pay more than a few caretakers, because you're going to need more than a few? Are you going to have the money for a special bed that can support your weight, for the special lifting bar, for this, any kind of special chairs or other stuff you might need? You don't have that. It's cheaper to take care of your health now than wait till later. It's more expensive later.
But my little sister is a vibe now, but I think it's because I haven't seen her in 5 years. I didn't look like Molly Ringwald, not even a little. Like,
I think I know why she likes the movie 16 Candles, cuz I have seen it. It's such a great movie. In the movie, Molly Ringwald, who plays like the lead character, like the whole story revolves around Molly Ringwald, her character. She has her birthday and everybody forgets her birthday, because at the same time that her birthday is happening, her sister is getting married. And then all these little adventures happen. But during the movie, Molly Ringwald's character, she's got a crush on a hunk in school, but she's so incredibly shy and scared of what he's going to say to her. Absolutely terrified. But then in the end, she ends up getting together with the hunky guy. So I think that's why she likes 16 Candles, because, you know, she envisions herself as an awkward kind of girl that in the end she gets a hunky guy. That's probably why she likes the movie.
Catholic nuns. Oh, you guys are just giving me all the ideas tonight. Hi, Melissa. Everyday Miriam. We like seeing you. Yeah, sorry, I didn't feel like I'm too tired to like hijab tonight. um, I know I put a lot of cheese in it. I don't know. They were kind of nice. Like the principal was a jerk, but he wasn't a nun, I guess. He used to walk around the schoolyard with a big stogie hanging out of his mouth. All I remember is one sister named Sarah Louise. She was pretty nice. I don't know. The lunch people were more funny than anything. They,
You know what she says? Everybody should forget about my past. Yet, what is she doing right now? She's talking about her past. She always goes back to her childhood and her teenage years when she wants things to talk about. She's an almost 40-year-old woman. She should have a myriad of experiences that she can relate to us that are happy. But in order to find happier times, she's got to talk about her very distant past when she was young. Because apparently nothing good has happened to her in her adult years.
one of them, her dentures fell out when she was yelling at us. It's kind of weird that I was like, yeah, they were like nuns teaching in the school, Catholic school. I feel old. I made the best ramen earlier today for my.
Who cares? Next.
Thank you, Lynn ASMR. Hug. Stranger Dana. Can you tell us why you started your channel? Um, I was watching a lot of like beauty channels and I was like obsessed. And I think I was watching like Kathleen Lights and stuff, and I thought, I want to try doing makeup. And of course, I don't have any equipment or anything. Just like, and I have like the same eyeshadow palette. And like these beauty influencers have like a disgusting amount of like highlighters. They have what, 800? Like who needs 800 highlighters?
Ma'am, ma'am, slow your roll. After you started making that YouTube money and you started focusing on the mukbangs, especially during the Crackhead Olympics, how much makeup and Lush products did you buy? How many makeup palettes and just useless stuff did you get? If you're doing videos that focus around makeup, yeah, you're going to buy a ton of new palettes to do different looks to show your viewers. Like anybody that has a certain trade, you need tools of the trade to make it work. I mean, you're over there buying tons of different fast food. Other people decide to spend their money on tools of their skill or their trade in order to do the job correctly. But you're trying to put down people that have too much makeup at the same time you're shoving hamburger after hamburger and pizza after pizza down your throat. You sure you want to go there? You sure you want to throw out that kind of criticism?
I used the same freaking blush until like probably for like 5 years, I swear. um, so that was never gonna work for me. Um, and then I just like mukbangs became popular, so that's where I got lucky.
Yeah, she hopped on the mukbang trend when it started, and she started doing the mukbangs, and she got a lot of attention and a lot of views based on that. But it wasn't just because she was doing the mukbangs, y'all. She was catering to a certain subset of people in her audience, gathering them to her channel. Because normally, when people want that kind of content, they have to go on, say, private forums like OnlyHands or perhaps some other site that catered to that. But what she did was instead of going on OnlyHands and creating an account and doing that kind of content as she should, because that can be triggering content. Also, on say OnlyHands, she would have a lot more competition with other people who would do that same kind of content. What she did was come on YouTube where it's a public forum, anybody can see it. There's a bigger chance of attracting an audience and making a channel and gathering those types of people to her. And a lot of those people reached out to her during her time on YouTube. She had many people that were feedies. They bought her clothes. They would sometimes buy her meals. We all remember the Lakma fairy who sent her Lakmas. And then there was that whole period for over a month where she ate paneer for a whole straight month. And my money is on the fact that somebody paid her to do that. I mean, they were just giving her the benefits as well. So she was catering to them. There was also another feedie that he did not like the sound of a metal fork or a spoon hitting her plate. So he bought her a wooden spoon and a big wooden fork to use during her mukbangs. So yeah, she was catering to them, and she still is. And maybe that's the reason why she doesn't care about her channel, because she might have a good number of those people in her back pocket and getting 100% of the money versus splitting her money with YouTube, 70-30.
I had a lot of weird stories to tell, and I like eating, so. Oh, Kai, hi. Hi, Minnie. Yes, your cat Minnie. So, yeah. But can you guys imagine? Imagine the outrage if I allowed somebody with blackface on my panel. Can you imagine that? How actually my diabetes is pretty good. My numbers have been pretty low.
So why haven't we had a blood sugar reading then? How long has it been since we've had a blood sugar reading? And for those wondering about her earlier comments about somebody on Breezy's panel wearing blackface, I've seen stuff on Twitter. I guess that happened. And you guys, I told you in my life, I stay out of other people's drama, but I guess that happened. So that's what that's in reference to.
After eating, like eating rice and chicken and all that, I tested my blood sugar maybe an hour later. It was like 10. Not bad. I think the medication really helps.
And for the record, I don't support anybody wearing blackface. I think that's horrible.
Barbie doll. Really, Vanessa? Say hi to my dog, Digga. Hi, Digga. Mm. What the heck? I like going to the mosque every day. You do? Alert. Thank. Yeah, just leave personal info out of the chat, please. If your dog ever suffers from anxiety, make sure to love him, play with him, give him attention. Questions. Tiva. His creations are unique. Maybe we should stream her trolling the church like a friggin' 12-year white trash. So I'm just joking. Cornwall is like a very white city. So I mean, I know, Lexi. Projecting. People act like people don't change as a teen, especially if they have an addiction. Yeah, exactly, Meep, right? I don't think she was ever in jail. No. No, she wasn't. Have his day. Yes. True, Vanessa. No, the Bisto doesn't taste the same, though, as, like, real gravy. Who were just watching my channel for drama, obviously they're going to be bored with my content, but whatever. I'm not going to, like, make drama in my life just for friggin' views. There's no way.
You know, Chantal, if you had other interesting things to talk about, there wouldn't people would not look towards you just for the drama and the rages. But you're a one-trick pony, and unfortunately, the one trick has gotten tired because you've done it so much. It's it's been 7, 8 years. You could have done whatever content you wanted. You could have shown us a variety of things, whatever interests you might have had, whatever passions you might have had, and include those with your content. And people might have said, okay, we're looking forward to the drama and this and this and this, but you've shown us nothing except that the fact that you like to eat food, and then you get mad and you take it out on the audience, and that's pretty much it. And there's not much in the way of variety with you. You can show us variety. I certainly would welcome it. Variety is always good. Why do you think people were so excited when you went to Cuba? Why do you think they were so excited when you went to Kuwait initially or to Thailand? Because it was something new. It was a new environment, a new chance for adventures with you. And you showed us nothing. You did the same thing in all the locations. You found a room and you sat in it and you ate and you talked about food and you fixated on food. I think, madam, as a food addict, you are so wrapped up in your food addiction that you are disconnected from the thinking of everybody else, the feelings of everybody else. Your fixation is not our fixation. What you find interesting, we are not going to find interesting. Let me give you an example. Let me just name something benign that will not trigger anybody. Imagine for a moment, if you will, somebody who is hyper fixated on cotton balls. They absolutely love cotton balls. They talk about cotton balls all day long, 24/7. Everybody around them, they're going to hear about cotton balls 24/7 when speaking to that person. You get on the phone with them, cotton balls, cotton balls, cotton balls, cotton balls. I love the way they feel. Oh, they're so squishy in my fingers. You know, imagine talking to somebody that has a fixation on something that you don't have. How annoying that's going to get after a while, how irritating, how boring. That's how it is with you to us. You're hyper fixated on food. We get that. We don't need to hear about it anymore. But your addiction and your fixation is not ours. Hence the reason why you hear so many people, even in your own chat, say, this is boring. Can you show us something else? Can you do something else? You get irritated because you're just not understanding why everybody else isn't as engrossed and enthralled with food as you are. That's because for you, it's all consuming. For us, it's just something that we consume to give us energy to go out into the world and experience life. You need to reconnect to reality here and understand that this whole thing with food is taking over your life big time.
Biscuits and gravy. Gravy on its own is a no. Gravy shots. 100 views a video, like knock on wood, but so I'm still, to me, I still feel like I'm doing okay. I don't know. I mean, I guess my 15 minutes is up. That's it. It happens to everybody. Or maybe not everybody. Some people are still.
Your 15 minutes are up because you want them to be up. You're burnt out. Straight up, woman, you're burnt out. That's your problem. You're burnt out. You're sitting in a corner and you have no desire to get out of that corner. You put yourself in that corner, so you don't want to get out. Maybe you're thinking, as long as I have a room where I can eat my food, as long as I'm not out on the street, I'm okay. Maybe that's the thinking. As long as I got a little bit of money in my pocket and I can pay my rent, I'm okay. But you're not okay. You're terribly sick. You need inpatient. You need therapy. You need a lot of things that you're not getting, that you're not allowing yourself. And I know some of my subs might say, Rose, you're talking to a brick wall saying all of this. You know what? Sometimes they say things to Foodie, but maybe somebody in my audience needs to hear it. Asking for help, asking for resources. There's no embarrassment. There's no shame in it. No one's going to yell at you. No one's going to scream at you. If the help is there, take it. Admitting you got a problem of some kind and saying it's over my head or I don't know how to handle it. It's okay. We all have problems in life that we can't handle. We don't know what to do with. It's okay to reach out for an outstretched hand and grab it and say, I need help. Can you help me? What makes me mad up to her is that she knows what to do. She's just not willing to do it. And so I can't have any sympathy for her, even as someone that I've dealt with BED. Someone who's been there looking at somebody who's still there. I can't have any sympathy for her because she's got all the tools. She just doesn't want to get to work and build anything.
Still very successful on here, but they put in a lot of hard work. And you know what? My health is just like not great. Mentally, physically, and it's just hard to like be motivated to, to just keep. I just feel like sometimes like I'm just treading and keeping my head above water just barely.
Now, keep in mind, at the same time that she was doing this live, you guys told me in the chat of her doing this live. I wasn't watching her. I was in my live doing my tarot readings, and I'm like, I'm not going to watch Foodie. I'll wait till later. And what did I say in my live? Like, I feel like she's got no energy. She's completely run out. She's just sitting still, lethargic, no fire, no passion, no nothing. And she's confirming it here. That's the way she feels. She's burnt out. She's got nothing to offer. So she's just very Chantal, you don't have to go back to Canada, but you need to go somewhere. You need to do something. Because that whole environment of being in Kuwait with Salah, it's not healthy for you. It's not healthy for him. You're both sick of each other. Being around each other is not beneficial for either one of you. I will say that I think it's karma. The two of you are con artists, and he was looking to con you. You were looking to con him. He was a romance scammer, and then he got scammed. So it's justifiable that the two of you met each other and got together, because better the two of you get together than either one of you get with decent people and ruin them. But you're both codependent on each other for the wrong reasons. You're codependent on him because you don't know your way around Kuwait. You can't get around by yourself. He's codependent on your money. In the meantime, you're making each other freaking miserable. He hates you. Do you understand that, Chantal? He hates you. He likes your money. He hates you. Can't stand you. But in order to get at the money, he's got to put up with you just a little bit. And you're trying to bring him back? I don't know if he really wants to come back. He knows if he comes back, what he's going to have to deal with. So he might be taking the stance of the juice ain't worth the squeeze. No matter how much money this woman offers me, it ain't worth it. He might be experiencing more freedom and happiness being off camera than he did when he was on camera with you. Because the more you put him on camera, the more you get a tighter hold on him. And he's had a little bit of time to experience some breathing room. And I don't know if he wants to give that up.
Yeah, you know. Indestructible spider beetles, and they were mating. That's so mature of you. I don't know if I'm mature. Hi, Fernanda. But, you know, I notice also, like Grace, like whenever if I'm streaming without the camera on, views are lower in general, but who cares? I just try not to look at things that way. It's so, like, just seriously, if you guys, like, try it. Like, instead of saying, how many viewers do I have right now? Instead of saying, oh, I don't have thousands of people watching me, I just say, at least I have 250 people watching me. You know, like, I don't look at it from a negative standpoint.
I wonder if she's testing the water to see how low can I go. That I'm seriously wondering about that. Is she testing the water of how low can I go? Like how low of an amount of money can I get away with? Just testing to see if what would work. How many views do I have to get per month to make sure my bills and my food gets paid for and to pay Salah? How low can I go? And this is a far different attitude than what she had way back in the day when she delighted in seeing a great number of people in her room. Chantal's the kind of person, she loves attention. You can't give her enough. You could have 1,000,000 people around her, it still wouldn't be enough. But back in the day, she loved lots and lots of money. She loved lots and lots of people. Now she's going the opposite way. And again, I don't understand the thinking of, I got to get to 100K. I want to get to 100K to the point where you're buying subscribers, Chantal. But what is the point of buying subs at the same time you're letting your channel tank? You're not concerned about the views. You're not concerned about the viewers. You're not concerned about your content. So why push your channel to 100K one way or the other? What is the point? What is the point in that? I'd love to know.
LOD, I don't know. I don't feel like I've been really excited lately to do much, like about any content. I don't know why. I don't know, like feel like a bit of my passion is gone, you know. I used to love opening up and talking about so many things, and I don't really enjoy that anymore since I've valued my privacy. So
I don't think it's a matter of her valuing her privacy. It's just that she's literally run out of gas. It's been 8 years. She's told us every story she could tell us within her data bank. She's done every shocking thing that she could do. She's been as offensive as she can be. She hit the ceiling. There's nowhere else to go. And she's not expanding her world and finding new things to talk about or having new adventures or new people entering the picture. Her world is so incredibly tiny. It's limited to one room and her phone. And because of that, she's got nothing new to report. That's why she's always looking to her chat for things to talk about, because she's not looking for things to talk about. This is her channel. She doesn't have to go world trotting and have wild adventures. She could pick up a new hobby or an interest or something and talk about that. And bonus, it would be something that maybe might make her happy that's not food. I think, Chantal, that you've lost zest for life. You have. You're not part of life anymore. You don't want to live. I'm not saying you want to physically die, but you don't want to go out and live. And it's a shame because life is wonderful if you live it, if you experience it, if you step outside and breathe the air and hear the birds, or in my case, the peepers, those doggone peepers. Like there's so much out there to enjoy. But I don't think you're enjoying life. I think you're just existing rather than living. You like zombie movies. You're essentially the living dead. You're alive, but not. You have no fire, no happiness, no nothing. And so your tank is empty. You've got nothing.
I really would like to travel the world and stuff, and I don't know, I want to make like meaningful content, and I don't. You know?
All these things she's complaining about. I want this. I want that. Okay, you want it. Then go get it. You want it? Go get it. Put some action behind the words. Don't talk about it, be about it. Put your money where your mouth is. Don't tell your subscribers what you're going to do. Just go do it. Surprise them. Surprise, I'm in a new location and we're doing this. That would really shock people. That would revive your channel even for just half a second. Be about it. Stop talking about it. I don't know what's going to take to make you wake up. You're sitting in a room, you're miserable, you're eating your food, you're not happy. What have you got to lose by doing something new? What exactly are you losing? Salah? Not much of a loss there. He's a rent-a-husband. So what? Losing him means what to you? Uh, why do you value him so much? If you're miserable, is it worth holding on to him? Find something that makes you happy, because everything around you is making you very unhappy.
Maybe a snake, yeah. I don't know if they have groundhogs. I love groundhogs. Well, happy birthday to your husband, Hissy Fits. You love gravy, Golden Girl? What's your favorite kind? Hi, Kim Richards. You learned from some Arabic words? Like what? Would you rather have more viewers full of hate and racist people, or make the content you want and have legitimate people who like you? Exactly, Meep. Yeah, exactly. No, I don't want that. I would rather have quality over quantity. I always say that, because your peace of mind is priceless. You can't put a
So, question, Chantal, if the relationship between you and Salah, it's transactional. If you have to pay him for him to be around you or associate with you, if it's a business relationship of sorts, you being the boss, he be the employee. If the money gets too low and he wants to leave or he does leave, what's going to be the reason that you give him? Do you think he's going to accept, oh, Salah, I just want quality over quantity? He's all about the money, just like you. He's not going to accept that. He's not going to care if you have quality viewers over quantity. He wants the money. You understand? He wants money. Without the money, he will take off. The less you make, the less you give him, the less he'll be around, the more unhappy you'll be. Do you understand the chain of unhappiness here, how that works? So you can sit there and say, I want quality versus quantity. But if you're relying on somebody to be your lifeline in Kuwait, do you think the other side, that lifeline, is going to care about quality when he gets that paycheck? Nope. He's going to say, where's the rest of my money?
a, a number on that. It's not worth it. I think the pain is getting to me. You know what it feels like now? It's just like a naggy Charlie horse. It just feels like a constant effing like, oh, it's annoying. Like it's so annoying. And I know it's like it flares up after I like do too much, but I can't, like, I know I can't sit still because I feel like, I don't want life to just be passing me by. And
But it is. Life is passing you by. It's been passing you by for years because you keep avoiding it. Chantal, I know that you privated a lot of your videos off your channel. Anything pre-hijabi, you privated the videos. You didn't delete the videos, you privated them. But if you could unprivate those videos and look at them, go back to 2017. Look at the way you looked. Look at the way you behaved, how much happier you were, the variety of content that you're offering up to people. That's the Chantal that a lot of people fell in love with. But that's not the Chantal we're dealing with right now. The one who's a living caricature of herself. Because back in the day, there was a Chantal Marie Sorrow. Now it's just foodie beauty all the time. I don't think you know how to be Chantal. I think you've forgotten about her and you need to get in touch with her because she's got issues that need to be solved. And they can't be solved alone. They're too immense.
like I have responsibilities that, like I can't just be immobile. Like it's not possible. And it's if it kills me with pain, I don't care, And
So she's basically saying, I don't care what happens to me. We have a defeatist attitude here. I give up, I quit. Before the race even starts, she's sitting down next to the starting line having a sandwich, saying, I'm not even gonna run. I'm not even gonna try. I'm just gonna sit here and whatever happens, happens. Nice, Chantal. You got family. What about your family? Do you care about your family? Doesn't sound like it.
I like my blood is, I don't know, like do NSAIDs make your blood thin? Because when I've been testing my blood sugar, it's like my blood is so thin. Like just picking my finger, it will just like gush out. And I'm not on blood thinners. Maria, where did Miriam come from? That is my um Muslim name, Vanessa. There is great meaning in everyday life. Yes, Haley, exactly, exactly. I don't need to like sensationalize my life. I don't need to have like so much attention. Like, like at one point, yeah, I had like 2,500 people in my chat. I, but like a lot of them were like trolls or people who didn't want the best for me, and people who were just there like because my pain and my like suffering and everything I was going through was entertainment for people. People like to exploit, you know.
Okay, you need to stop right there. Chantal, you had a formula that you created, that you put in place long ago, and you used it over and over, and you made a lot of money. You figured out that outrageous stories and behavior got a lot of attention and got a lot of views and super chats too. And so you would act outrageously and be offensive and vulgar and gross. And a reaction community sprung up around you and Amberlynn. And you saw that, you recognized that, and you saw that that helped your channel grow a bit. It was a symbiotic relationship, one hand washing the other. We talk about you, and yes, we're going to get some subscribers for us and viewers, but because there's so many people talking about you, that meant a greater chance of more people knowing about you, which meant more viewers for you potentially, or viewers potentially. So you understood how it worked and you were okay with it. You did things specifically for the reaction channels, so they would talk about you. And then you enacted another formula where you would do offensive things to make people get really angry. You would do videos to make people mad, or live chats to get people mad. And then you would do a live chat looking for those hate super chats, getting people so mad they weren't even thinking straight. They want to say something ugly to you, so they send you a super chat. And it doesn't matter if you send somebody a super chat because you like them or you hate them. At the end of the day, the money goes in the same place and it spends the same way. You made a lot of money that way. A lot. Into the thousands. I don't even know how much you made, but I'm sure it was enough to buy a house and a nice car. Probably more than that. But you knew what to do to get yourself attention. To the point where you're always trying to up the ante about what outrageous thing can I say today? Can I talk about my STDs? Can I talk about my supposed SA and DV, which is nonsense? Those things never happened to you. Like, you exploited everything and everyone around you as much as you could until that orange did not have any more juice in it. You ran it dry. And then you ran to Kuwait. And for half a second, it was interesting again because you were in a different environment. But because you kept doing the same content and it was a lot more boring, interest started to go down, way down. Now you're trying to reframe it like, I don't care about the views, I don't care about the money, but I'll tell you who does. Salah. He cares. He wants his cut. What's she gonna do when he runs off? When he finds another mark making more money than you and he leaves you high and dry? What's she gonna do? Have you ever thought about that? What's she gonna do? You need to stop and think.
Get entertainment out of like the misfortune of others, and that's just like not a life I want to go back to, you know. For
You don't have to. You could go back to Canada, not do the party favors, and just be yourself. Be your awful, feral self without the party favors. Okay? The smartest thing you could do right now is to look at Salah and say, look, bro, we tried this. It's not working. You're unhappy. I'm unhappy. Financially, it's not working. My next paycheck, I'm going to get a plane ticket. I'm going home. I have more freedom over there. I'm just going to rent a motel room for a month or two and just talk to people and be more at ease and just carry on from there. Just break the agreement. It makes no sense to carry on with this. The fairy tale is over. Nobody's believing the relationship. Why hold on to something that does not work on any level? Why? Why? You claim to be really smart, but if you're smart, why are you doing stupid things that make no sense? Smart people don't do stupid things like that.
or any amount of money, you know? To me, like having a lot of money is not happiness at all. Cuz even when I was making a lot more money, I wasn't happy at all. I still wasn't happy, you know?
So, question, you were making a lot of money. That didn't make you happy. It wasn't money being the problem, is what you were doing with it. You were spending it on a man that didn't care for you. You were spending it on excessive amounts of food, on party favors, on useless stuff on Amazon, on Lush products. Your money was going everywhere than where it needed to be. So money wasn't the problem. It was the direction that you were sending it in. So money doesn't make you happy, but you're in Kuwait and you're not happy. You're just stuck there. Let's be real. You're stuck there because you don't have enough money to go home and rent a place on your own. You don't know how to be on your own. You've been with somebody for years, one person or another. You don't know how to live on your own. And honestly, given your health conditions, I don't think it would be safe for you to live on your own. What if something happened? You'd need somebody there. But I'm sure if you needed a roommate, Pete would sign up for the job in a heartbeat. He could be there for you. So if that's a concern, maybe he can help you with that. But ever since you went to Kuwait, your health has been on the decline. You're gaining more and more weight. It's insane. It'd be dangerous for you to fly home, but would it be any less dangerous for you to stay there and keep gaining weight, become bedbound? You need to come home while you still can.
Pain can make you depressed. Yeah. I seem sad. No, I'm not sad. I think I've just like grown up a lot. I don't think I'm anemic, but um my blood test, like the CBC was okay last time, but I don't know. Blood isn't clogging, but I've been taking a high amount of um pain medication, not pain medication, like NSAID, so it's like non-steroidal anti-inflammatory, so it's like a bit more strong than an Advil, but it's like not.
It's amazing to me. She'll take all kinds of medications for her pain. At the same time, she's not taking care of the problem that's causing the pain. That excessive amount of weight in the front of her body is putting tremendous pressure on her lower back. She's gaining more and more weight, which means more and more weight in the front, which means more and more back pain. If you decrease your weight by, say, 50 pounds or 100 pounds, the pain might go down on its own without the medications. But you keep gaining weight. And you're only 5 feet tall, Chantal. You're 4 inches shorter than I am. Your target weight should be somewhere in the neighborhood of 115, 120 pounds. Ma'am, you're over 500. You are far too short to carry that much weight safely. Your lower back is screaming. Help it out.
Not anything else more than that. So it's like I hear that those pills probably like they can thin your blood, you know? Well, really, Dimples? Will you do a weigh-in? I don't think so.
No,
I'd rather you be at peace instead of being stressed. Yeah, thanks, Golden Girl. Go back to the Doctor Castle. Oh my gosh, the dungeon. Yeah, NSAIDs cause, yeah, they're hard on my stomach. I need to scoot around my house, LOD. Turkey gravy, yum. Oh yeah, I know. My mom makes the best turkey gravy. Like, we only have turkey. Chlorzox. I gotta be careful. Aspirin is a blood thinner. Hi, Cassidy. Hi. Look, I'm not even kidding. or a motorcycle, people are just whizzing by. Like no matter how small the side street is, it's always busy. You know. Will it be hot there in Kuwait soon? Yes, I think in April it starts, Bob. No, it wasn't a honeymoon. You just bought a house and it's expensive. Yeah, exactly. Think so, Blue. I don't think they have gabapentin they prescribe to like expats.
You know, it's interesting that she likes to yell at us for commenting on the things that she puts in a video. She says she wants a private life. Wouldn't her medical issues or clinic visits, wouldn't that be kind of classified as personal information that you normally wouldn't share with strangers on the internet? But yet she keeps talking about it because she needs things to talk about. So she'll talk about these things, and then we get yelled at as reactors for commenting on things that she decides to reveal to us.
Here they have certain medication that's only for Kuwaitis and some that's like not. Never sleep anywhere that doesn't have a mint on my pillow. I like your apartment. It's super cute. Thank you, Hissy Fits. Yeah, I love the location. Like if let's say like you had an apartment right in front of the ocean in like any other country, well, let's say in the United States, like in Florida or California, it'd be freaking expensive, right?
Well, she ain't wrong. Renting a place in Cali is expensive. It's expensive in a lot of places, but here's my counter argument to what she's saying. She's complaining about the rent. When she was back at the villa in Canada, when she still lived there, she complained that the rent for the villa, which was much bigger and in my opinion much nicer than the apartment that she was in, was like $1,700 $1,900 a month, which honestly is not bad considering that was a two-bedroom with a washer and dryer. It was big. It was a big place for two people. Yet she's over in Kuwait. Her Canadian dollar is much weaker than the Kuwaiti dinar. For every one Canadian dollar, she has to pay four. You know, like for every one Kuwaiti dinar, she has to pay $4 Canadian. So how is it cheaper? It'd be cheaper just to go back to freaking Canada.
I feel like other countries drive crazy. I went to Jamaica. Andre Marie, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Yeah, men with machine guns. Oh my gosh. Doctor office has a drawbridge and a moat. Amazing. I miss it so much. Really? Rooney. Whoa.
If I skip ahead, it's because it sounds boring to me. I just want to get to the good stuff.
How hot does it get there? Proving production value? I don't know. Not well, but you know. What kind of question is that to ask? I'm not surprised by anything people ask me anymore. You kind of get used to it. I know, weird, but I heard she has a hysterectomy. No, you don't. After a hysterectomy, you don't. Would I play Five Nights at Freddy's? Maybe. I don't think so. I've tried crocheting a few times and get frustrated. I don't understand the instructions. Yeah, you're right. That's the thing too. Like learning something takes a lot of, it's hard to learn some. It's yeah, it's like math for me. See, I'm learning how to like crochet. I don't know why. I mean, I know I can sew, but it's very basic. I just like, the creature, Lexi. There's like nothing exciting going on. I don't know why anyone would be stream sniping this unless they have no fucking life.
And that makes me wonder, it makes me seriously wonder. Like Chantal's always had a bone to pick with anybody who covers her live as soon as she goes live. She hates that. She said so. She absolutely hates that. When people go live as soon as she goes live, because her opinion, those people are taking her views away. Although everybody has the free will to go where they like. They can watch her live and raw dog it on her channel or go somewhere else. And there's a lot more people that go elsewhere than go to her anymore. But it makes me wonder if she's purposely making her live so boring, so incredibly boring and non react worthy, that she's in essence trying to deter people from doing that. Is she purposely making her content so boring that the reactors just lose interest? Well, Chantal, if that is the plan, that would be very bad for you. Because whenever you do that, by making your content very boring, what you're doing, ma'am, is you're opening the door and you're saying to the reactors that react to you, I'm boring. Go find somebody else. But what happens if they find somebody else? Your channel is going to take a hit. It's going to take a tremendous hit. And can you afford that? To have all the reactors find somebody else or a group of people to cover that is not you, that may be more interesting than you and have more longevity and less toxicity. Can you afford that? To have that many people who are covering you, get into somebody new, start covering them, whoever that person is, you know what's going to happen. If it's a small channel, their channel is going to blow up in views and subscribers. And they're going to welcome the reactors covering them. And then you're going to be just a memory. Are you sure you want that to happen?
Can Muslims vape? You can do anything as a Muslim, and if you do something that's haram, that's between you and God, not it today, and now I'm like tired and sore.
Chantal, I don't want to hear about you're tired and sore. You don't do anything to make yourself tired and sore. If doing housework makes you tired and sore, that's a problem. And you should be embarrassed because you're not even 40 years old yet. I'm 53. I just did my housework. I'm not tired and sore. The only thing that makes me sore right now is I tore I guess my rotary cuff or something in my shoulder, like a tendon, and it's been hurting for days. But that's something I can work out at the doctor's office somewhere, sometime. But I'm still dealing with it. But you don't do anything. You lay around all day scrolling on your phone. How are you tired and sore?
Me and very good sewing. You can stay there only as long as you have a job or family spousal sponsorship. Yeah. Honest. You've adapted to your new country remarkably well. You're a chameleon.
What?
Yeah, I guess I do adapt pretty well to whatever situation I'm in. You know? That's why it never works when people like will always be like, "Well, aren't you worried about this? Aren't you worried about that?" No, I'm not. I don't worry about stuff that I don't have control over, or like life is just like always changing, you know?
But that's the thing. You do have control over your life. It's just that you've decided to let go of the control. It's weird. You're a control freak, but you've reached a point of lethargy and laziness that you are taking your hands off the steering wheel and saying, I don't want to drive anymore. It's too much work. Well, if you don't drive the car, somebody's going to drive the car. And if you let somebody else drive, you may not like where they take you. That's why it's a good idea to stay in control and be proactive with your life. You know, giving responsibility to another person also means you give them power. I don't know how that doesn't bother you. The fact that you're giving another person who is not you control over your life, you're giving the power over to another person versus keeping it for yourself and doing for yourself. How does that not bug you? That would bother me. I don't know what you're trying to do, Chantal. If there's a part of your brain that you're trying to, in a way, slightly regress back to childhood where you have no responsibilities and try to treat your rent a husband almost like a father figure, but it's not going to work. You're almost 40 years old. You can't go back to being 4 or 5 or 6. And your rent a husband is not your real husband, nor is he your father. It's not his responsibility to take care of you like a child, to hold you up, to praise little things. It's not his responsibility. That's entirely too much. You're too much. You got to stand on your own 2 feet.
You have to change with it. I just moved to Jersey. Oh yeah, change it to Jersey girl now, Georgia girl. Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, but maybe. Been here only 2 days and not stopped. My daughter has been dragging me all over the place. Italian, some of it, yeah. So you got a job at the Doctor Castle. Calypso music, yeah, uplifting, eh? It's gonna be Salah and Miriam now, I guess. I heard someone else say that too. I used to share a lot everything online, but when I was like by myself. Pretty much everything we do together, I don't really share anymore. Some things, yes, not, but not really. No, I guess.
Well, back in the day, there was a lot more to talk about. There was so much going on. Now there's nothing going on. You've got nothing to say.
Yes.
Oh,
Better, yeah, and definitely like just rest up and take it easy. You know. You make me laugh, teardrop. Technically, Muslims don't celebrate birthdays either.
the vibe that I'm getting from this live is Salah is not there. It's late at night. He's not there. Because if you were there, she'd be talking to him or she'd be all up in his business. He was in the chat tonight, but maybe physically he's not there. So she's alone. She needs someone to talk to. She needs some attention. So it's late at night and she fired up a live. And I'm going to take a guess in the dark. This is just speculation. So Chantal's got a nasty, nasty habit of stuffing herself stupid with food. And after she's done doing that, having her little overstuffed moment, because of all that food in her system, it makes her tired. So she likes to eat late at night. And then what that leads to is the body feeling lethargic and tired. She was complaining all through this live of being tired. Are you tired because you've been up all day, which I don't think you are? Or you tired because you stuffed yourself stupid with food and now your body is just struggling to digest everything and you can't sleep as a result?
Fortunately, the other channels can't accept that. Look after yourself. Yeah, you get notifications. Turn them off and turn them on again. This is unacceptable. No, I'm just joking.
Oh, wait. That was the part that I wanted. Hold on. Let's back it up just a little bit.
For your life to, like, you know, anyone. Good night, YouTube lover. Thanks for being here. You're not getting notifications? Yeah, you can't compare your life. You're not in, you can never walk in someone else's shoes, no matter how much. Like, that's the most moot thing to do, is compare yourself to other people. Well, I would do this way. Like, you can't say that. You don't know. You're not that person, you know?
Chantal, how many times did you get online and put down people based on how they lived or where they lived? How many times did you get online and say FFG lived in a Motel 6? Which I don't think she does. But even if she did, so what? Home is home. How many times you put down people living in trailers or living in a Motel 6, like looking down your nose at anyone who didn't live in a villa? A lot. A lot. Like, you always like to place yourself above everybody else. Where's your husband? Look at me. I'm in a villa. I've got so much money. Look at me. I've got so much money. I can eat takeout 3 times a day. Well, that life doesn't look happy to me, so I'll stay where I'm at. Thank you very much.
How do you say donkey in Arabic? Mar. Mar. Roses are red. Violets are blue. Let's discuss it. Freezer burnt veggies for an hour or two. Oh, I'm dying. Hi, Lois. What the heck? You're not getting notifications since the name change? This is BS.
Oh, I gotta do this. Hold on. Yep. Whoever Wolf Wolf is, bravo. Bravo.
Mar. Yeah, exactly. That's how you say donkey. Did I say it right? You need to enjoy your life. People change, unfortunately. The other channels can't accept that. Look after yourself, yeah. You get notifications? Turn them off and turn them on again. This is unacceptable. No, I'm just joking.
But wait a minute. Didn't you say earlier in the stream you did not care how many viewers you had? But suddenly you do care. So your people in your chat were telling you, I'm not getting notifications, which is a normal thing. I hear that sometimes on my channel. I'm not getting notifications. And Chantal's right. If you're not getting the notifications, just unsubscribe and then resubscribe back, click the bell. Sometimes that might fix it. But she's frustrated because she's not got that many people in the chat. But I thought you didn't care, Chantal. I guess you do.
Grown ass women screeching about freezer burnt veggies. I know. Or what?
Well, to be fair, the idea of freezer burnt veggies in a pot pie is just, it's flat out gross. It is. I why even? Just get some fresh veggies and use them in the pot pie. Why use something disgusting for your food?
What I'm doing on Valentine's Day, which I never even told anybody. Meanwhile, on Valentine's Day, they're watching me discussing my vegetables.
And what were you doing? You were raging in your community post. And you were mad because you didn't get to do the video or the vlog that you know you wanted to do. You wanted to make a vlog so bad of Salah doing something romantic for you, buying you flowers and candy and a gift, and you didn't get to do it this year, and you're still salty over that.
Lou.
Oh, what happened?
I should ask them where they buy their clothes. Deep on H is hard to pronounce for too many. Yes, like whenever even saying Salah, Salah, or Sah. I can't do the H. It's hard. You, unless you like grow up learning Arabic, the Arabic alphabet, I don't think that. I don't know. Thanks. I'm gonna call my friend Mark now. Oh no, no, don't. Hey, Whitney. Elodie, she's a loser. Yeah. I mean, I know it's not nice, but I don't know. It's really hard to have nice thoughts about people who just like always bullied you for years.
Oh, please, ma'am, you're one of the biggest bullies on YouTube. What are you talking about? You were a bully even before YouTube. But go ahead and reframe everything and make it seem like we pick on you.
Mabruk. Mabruk. Ice water. Those clips. His voice is soothing. Oh, really? Like little scary stories? Yeah, there's all kinds of noise. I have to have the fan on. I have to for the noise of it. A fufu egg. My mother, really, Dimples? Now I really feel old. How old are you? Oh, that's okay, Dimples. I've actually been told that before. My dad used to say it was sparking spiders. Yeah, really. Oh, really, Krista? Chrissy B, I had to do in vitro fertilization to get pregnant.
Okay, like I was watching this live, and the last hour she really starts to slow down. So I'm just going to stop it here. Try to cut down the amount of reaction time. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this react. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.